scared.
It's okay.
It hurts so bad. It's covered, right?
It's covered. You gotta move this.
Ow. Oh.
No bag. It's gone.
I got my fucking stomach back, man.
Yeah.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Damn, it's been a while since we've had one of these talks and since I've updated everybody on what's going on with my health. If you do not follow me on TikTok or listen to the Glorious House of Gains podcast, you're probably in the dark. A lot of people still don't know what happened to me, but since all of my surgeries are over and the official comeback can begin, I wanted to just make this video just to give you guys a heads up that there's going to be some epic content coming because I am going to be jacked out of my mind much more than I was before. I look back at pictures and I'm like, I looked all right for my age, but I could do a lot better, and I am going to show you guys that I will be better. I wanted this video to be kind of like a standalone video, so for people that have no idea what happened to me, because I get comments all the time that people that have been following me for 7-8 years didn't know what happened. So here is the footnotes version. Back in March of 2021, I was crapping blood for about 3 weeks. Never went to the doctor or ER, just thought it was going to go away. March 11th, 2021, I ended up in the emergency room because I couldn't walk and I was in immense pain, still having bloody bowel movements. 13 days later, after all of the medications, the IVs, the infusions, the steroids, everything that they were giving me failed, my colon perforated. So it burst and I needed emergency surgery. Before I was rolled into surgery, the surgeon walked in and said, "You are going to wake up with a bag where you're going to make your bowel movements. But don't worry, because in about 3 to 6 months, we'll be able to have that bag reversed and you will be bag free and live the rest of your life without a bag. This is just a temporary thing." Well, because of all my complications and things that happened all during the recovery process, 11 months later, I am now bag free. So 4 total surgeries, 2 blood transfusions, a PICC line, drains, NG tubes, you name it. I've been through the ringer these past 11 months, but the final surgery is over. I got what's called a J-pouch procedure, where they take, since I don't have a colon anymore to store stool, they created a fake colon out of my small intestines, which looks like a J. The last 5 days have been pretty interesting now that I'm actually in the sit down to poop club again. I haven't sat to poop in 11 months, so it's definitely strange. I feel like... This is so weird. I haven't farted in 11 months.
How's it feel?
It's too much information for me.
I know I just breezed over what happened to me, but if you are interested in more in-depth of what happened and I go more step by step, you could always listen to the Glorious House of Gains podcast, or I was featured in the last edition of Muscle Sport Mag. There's a nice write-up in there about me, like, I don't know, 3-4 pages long that pretty much tells the story. Short timeline, my first emergency surgery was on March 24th, 2021, where my colon perforated. In order to do this J-pouch procedure, they have to leave a little bit of your colon intact so they can then reconnect your small intestines to your ileum or your anus. I don't even know. Like, this, it's too much medical terminology for me. I don't even know how they do it, but they have to leave a small amount of your colon in order to be able to reattach it. So they did that. That little piece of colon was still massively infected with ulcerative colitis. So 7 days after my first emergency surgery, I needed to go back in for a second emergency surgery because that little piece of colon that they left also had perforated.
Just found out I need a second surgery right now. Emergency. This fucking nightmare doesn't end, bros. Fuck.
I was in bad shape. They had sliced me open 2 different times. Had a 9-inch incision going from like the top and bottom of my chest all the way down to like my pubic line. and it was rough. It took a long time to heal. Now I have this nice little slice here, but I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but, well, it's covered by a bandage, but there's no bag anymore. The bag is gone. After the April 1st surgery and the recovery time that I was in the hospital, I went down to 138 pounds. I was discharged from the hospital at 145 pounds. And through going back to the gym and getting my diet back on track and all that good stuff, I went up to 209 pounds before my next surgery, which was on September 16, 2021, which was the creation of the J pouch. So they created a new reservoir, so to speak, and that itself needed about 10 to 12 weeks to heal in order to then do the breakdown surgery where they take my stoma, the little piece of small intestines that was sticking out of my stomach, put it back into my body, reconnect it through my anus so I start pooping out my butt. They close up the hole and you heal up and you're good to go. Well, because I'm me, I had massive complications. I was in the hospital for most of the end of September and beginning of October, 3 or 4 different hospital stays at 4 or 5 days apiece. It was brutal. Like I said, blood transfusions, PICC lines, tubes, NG tubes, drain, you name it. It was horrible. And then on February 11th, 2022, which was just a couple days ago, I had what's called the breakdown surgery, which was the final piece of this puzzle, which is going to allow me to get back to my normal life. Now, what happens when you first wake up from surgery, you're relieved that you don't have a bag and you're in a lot of pain because, you know, anytime that they're going inside your guts and moving stuff around, you're going to be in pain. When I woke up from surgery, I didn't have the bag. I was very excited, but I didn't know what was going on. I didn't have to poop. I didn't have anything. I didn't feel anything. I was just so doped up on pain meds that, you know, I was just breathing pretty much. So on Saturday afternoon, I made a couple of really small bowel movements, which was weird. Like little deer turds were coming out of my butt. This happened like maybe 1 or 2 times. Felt weird and amazing at the same time because I knew that things were reconnected and everything was good. I was on a regular diet, but I was taking it easy. By Saturday night, I was vomiting like all over the place. And they came in, they gave me an x-ray, and they told me that my intestines were still pretty much asleep. And no more eating, no more drinking. We need to give your stomach a rest because, you know, this is a little setback and they want to give me an NG tube. I was like, yeah, that ain't happening. I trust my body. This is going to fix itself. By the next day, I did vomit again in the morning, but by that afternoon, when they started letting me eat and drink again, I really took it easy and I was just taking little sips of ginger ale, sips of water, bites of crackers, and then I was pretty much good to go, just in a lot of pain. So every couple hours, they were giving me a Dilaudid push, which was helping with the pain, Tylenol around the clock, and I was just pretty much laying there. Sunday, I started going to the bathroom more frequently. I was going like maybe once every 2 or 3 hours. I would have the urge to sit down on the bowl, sat down on the bowl, and stuff would come out. But again, it was like little deer turds. All through Monday, the frequency had picked up, and on Tuesday, they discharged me from the hospital. Now, I am wearing a diaper, I'm wearing Depends, and I am legit going to the bathroom, sitting on the bowl every 45 minutes. I got no sleep last night because my body was waking me up, which is a good thing. I don't want to crap my pants entirely. Yes, I did have some accidents, and because I can't hold it. When the urge comes, you have legit 5 seconds to get into the bathroom, or else it's coming out. You don't have a choice. So I'm going to be rocking some Depends for the next couple of weeks. From what I hear, over time, weeks, months down the road, your body's going to get used to this new J pouch that you have, and I'll be going to the bathroom probably somewhere between 6 and 10 times a day, which is a lot better than once every 45 minutes. I'm out of the gym for the next 4 to 6 weeks. I can do cardio, I can walk on a treadmill, I can do that kind of stuff, which I'll be getting to as soon as I'm not pooping every 20 seconds. And it's gonna be amazing. The comeback is gonna be epic. I have a new saying, it is no colon, still rolling, and the ending credits definitely ain't scrolling because there's a lot of Robert Frank 615 story left to tell, and this comeback is gonna be epic. Stay tuned.